Good, happy Sunday evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Politics right here on the Riley King Network. Let's get started. As you know, last night here at the Riley King Network, we had our Democratic debate, and we have some video. Let's show you it. Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, joined by our political reporter, Josh. Thank you, and welcome to this Saturday evening edition of the Democratic debate. Josh, could you please explain the rules to our candidates? Okay, Josh, thank you. And candidates, you heard the rules, and here are our candidates for the Democratic section. Okay, and are you guys ready? Okay, let's begin this debate with our first question. And Josh, you have the first question. Go for it. Okay, that's a little glimpse of our debate last night here at the Riley King Network. Now let's talk about some more politics news. Trump speaks at Senator Scott Brown's barbecue. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump arrived despite heavy snow in Portsmouth on Saturday morning in time to speak at an event hosted by former Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown. Former Governor Jeb Bush holds town halls in New Hampshire on Saturday. Republican presidential candidate Jeb Bush made several stops across New Hampshire Saturday. Rand Paul returns to the Granite State Saturday after skipping GOP debate. Republican presidential candidate Senator Rand Paul met with voters across the Granite State. Bush, endorsed by Graham, holds town hall in Hollis. As the days dwindle until the important early state presidential primary, Jeb Bush is focusing his campaign in New Hampshire. Rubio says Christie's own words show he supports Obama's Supreme Court pick. Continuing an attack he began at Thursday night's GOP presidential debate, U.S. Senator Marco Rubio said Friday that New Jersey Governor Chris Christie voiced support for President Barack Obama's choice for Sonia Sotomayor for the U.S. Supreme Court. Kasich says he's keeping it positive in campaign. Republican presidential candidate Governor John Kasich got a boost to his campaign Friday when he picked up the endorsement of Foster's Daily Democrat and the Portsmouth Herald. Fiorina Paul pushed for New Hampshire voters. One night after a Republican debate in South Carolina, two candidates who didn't qualify for the main stage traveled to New Hampshire to make their cases to voters. New Hampshire Doug Carzha announces that he is stepping down. New Hampshire official tasked with coordinating the response of the state's opioid crisis said he will step down in February. Now let's take a look at your candidate tracker. Ted Cruz to embark on 5-day bus tour across New Hampshire. Republican presidential candidate Ted Cruz will embark on a bus tour across New Hampshire over 5 days in late January. From January 27 to 21st, Cruisin' to Victory Tour will make several stops. On January 17th at 5 p.m. in Milford, Country Strong at Pasta Loft in Milford, New Hampshire. On January 18th at 9 a.m., Keene Linda's Diner, 19 Gilbert Avenue in Keene, New Hampshire. Then doors open at 11:30 a.m., Washington Town Hall, Washington Camp Marg Lodge at 339 Millen Pond Road in Washington, New Hampshire. At 3 p.m., he'll go to the Tilton Diner in Tilton, New Hampshire. At 4:30 p.m., Panthers Pub at 21 Main Street in Plymouth, New Hampshire. Then doors open at 6:30 a.m. for a town hall at White Mountains Regional High School at 127 Regional Road in Whitefield, New Hampshire. On January 19th, he'll go to Zeb's Country Store at 2675 White Mountain Highway in North Conway. At 12 p.m., he'll go to Freedom Country Store at 11 Elm Street in Freedom, New Hampshire. At 1:15 p.m., he'll go to Leon's Restaurant at 3 High Street in Sanborn, New Hampshire. At 3:15 p.m., White Buffalo Trading Post at 89 South Barnstead Road in Center Barnstead, New Hampshire. At 5 p.m., he'll go to Giordano Builders at 120 Washington Street in Rochester, New Hampshire. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. at the home of Drive and Mrs. Jim Burt at 2218 Willis Road in Rye, New Hampshire. Then on January 20th, doors open at 10 a.m. for a Exeter Town Hall at 9 Front Street in Exeter, New Hampshire. At 1:15 p.m., Hooksett Robio's Country Store, 9 Riverside Street in Hooksett, New Hampshire. At 3 p.m. in Goffstown, the Village Textile at 25 Main Street in Goffstown, New Hampshire. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. Hollis Rally, the Alpine Grove at 19 South Depot Road in Hollis, New Hampshire. And then at 7:30 p.m., a Londonderry house party. January 21st, 3:30 p.m., Manchester Theo's Pizza and Restaurant at 102 Elm Street in Manchester, New Hampshire. And that is his last stop on his bus tour. And that does it for politics right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Goodbye, everyone.